But where does that fear come from? And how do you overcome fear? In my studies, I was studying this word called fear. And I realized that there are actually 7 levels of fear. 7 levels of fear, from trepidation to anxiety to nervousness to dread. Some people don't understand dread on Sunday nights before they go to work the next day. Horror, terror, all the way to the top. And they said that studies show that most human beings operate in the 3 middle levels of fear: anxiety, dread, and nervousness. Every single time, my biggest fear before stepping on any stage is tripping over the first step. That's my biggest fear. That is a fear. But that fear, why do we have those fears? You know, I was doing a study and I learned that there are some celebrities that have some very funny phobias. Adele, famous British singer, is deathly afraid of large crowds. Afraid of large crowds. This is why she usually books small, intimate venues. She's canceled on large stadiums because she's scared. Deathly afraid. Richard Branson, British billionaire, deathly afraid of public speaking. Could you imagine someone that had to give many pitches to investors, afraid to public speak? Jennifer Aniston, deathly afraid of flying. Matthew McConaughey, this is my favorite, is deathly afraid of revolving doors. Deathly afraid of revolving doors. Oprah Winfrey is deathly afraid of balloons. Could you imagine all the cars she's giving away? And she's like, guys, no balloons. No balloons. Now, I know that you guys don't have some of those phobias, but I know that there was a fear that each and every one of us had growing up, and that was the fear of the dark. The fear of the dark. In fact, Keanu Reeves is still afraid of the dark. He hates being left alone in empty rooms by himself. Afraid of the dark. But why were we afraid of the dark? Realistically, why are we afraid of the dark? Because darkness is simply the absence of light. We're afraid of the dark not because of what's in the dark, but we're afraid of the unknown. We are afraid as human beings of the unknown. We don't like unpredictable things. How many people have their calendars up to date for the next 2 to 3 months? Have your calendars up to date because you want to know everything that's going to happen every single day of your life, because you think some reason you can control that. For some reason, we believe we can control that. Any other type A people in here? Yeah. We believe that we can actually control everything that happens in our lives. Guys, the more we allow ourselves and our lives to happen instead of trying to control everything, this is where fear comes from. Fear comes from not being in control. Fear comes from not being in control, or not understanding or knowing what might happen or could happen. But if you embrace fear and allow yourself to know that everything happens in your life, not to you, but it happens for you.